On today's episode of Days of Our Lives, Nicole accepts EJ's unexpected marriage proposal, Rafe helps a wounded Abe, and Jada makes a heroic effort. After drinking a few glasses of champagne and still reeling from Stefan and Gaby's announcement as we approach Salem, EJ decides to drop down on one knee and propose to Nicole in an effort to upstage his brother. "Well, I'm sorry, I'm not sure what to say." He wonders whether he should arrange her favorite boy band to propose with doves in the town square. After she urges him to get up, she says all she wants is something straightforward and real. He tries again, this time with greater emotion, but she rejects him. "Why on earth would I even consider being married to a jaded, opportunistic jackass?" She yells at him that the only reason he proposed to her is because Stefan proposed to Gabby, and he is shocked that she is upset. He attempts to downplay it, but he acknowledges that the timing of the proposition was a little strange. But he didn't only propose for that reason. He shouts that he loves her when she laughs. You adore me?" Both of them understand what he said. He's not sure when he once again fell in love with her, but the last few months have been the happiest I've been in a very long time. While she acknowledges that she cares for him, she finds it difficult to express "I love you." It's still Eric Brady, isn't it? EJ complains about their drugged sex, despite her insistence that it's not the case. He is unsure of what she means when she asserts that the timing is a little off. Trask suddenly appears at the precinct to nag Eric, before informing the very ecstatic DA that Sloan has been taken into custody. Jada inquires about Colin's whereabouts in the questioning area. "We wouldn't even be in here if you had turned him in from the beginning." Sloan asserts that he's not dangerous, but Jada claims that he is given that he forced her sister to perform his dirty work. Before Sloan speaks, she seizes on the sister aspect, requesting information about their brother's involvement and what Jada believes she knows about Colin. Sloan then tells Jada that she cannot be impartial while Talia is around, right before she receives a call from her scared sister pleading for assistance. Jada leaves without responding to Trask's request for an explanation. Some Nicole Walker, Sloan Peterson, and her. The DA goes to Eric. "Do you have a preference towards annoying women?" Eric orders Trask to leave Sloan alone after she tries to barge in. They decide to go in together to talk to her. After acknowledging that the police think Colin poisoned the biscuits, Sloan insisted that she was unrelated to her brother. However, the police had better think carefully before going after her for guilt by association. They hear from her about how Talia is up to her neck in this. Sloan advises that she be arrested in order to save the department's reputation from the accessory who is actually involved. Trask decides to withdraw the accusations, but Colin and Talia will still be held accountable for their actions. After making a phone call, Trask informs Sloan about Colin's activities and urges her to cease her foolish vengeance before storming off. Sloan requests that Eric help her leave the area. Jada informs Talia that she is aware of what has been occurring in the hotel room. "Our dad would be so embarrassed." She is urged by Talia to calm down and assist Polina. She believes Colin has taken her. Jada is shocked by the photo album of Colin's parents' murder and is curious as to how Talia came into contact with the insane person. Talia will be able to locate them as she reaches the roof collapse. At Sweet Bits, Rafe requests an ambulance for Abe. Rafe is informed by Abe that Polina was taken by the health inspector. "I assume they didn't pass the inspection." Abe can't stay awake when Rafe reveals that the health inspector was actually Colin, Sloan's brother. Rafe yells at his police officers to find Colin more quickly over at the hospital. Bedford should be viewed as dangerous and armed. Abby is able to gasp out in his room that Rafe found Polina. "Find my wife," you say. Then he begins to code. Later, the doctor advises Abe to go to the emergency room right away since he is hemorrhaging and needs family approval. Rafe contacts Theo and asks for his permission before putting him on with Dr. Hubbard, stating that if they can operate, Abe will have a fighting chance. Polina begs Chanel to follow Colin's instructions when they are on the roof above. She showing up has delighted him in turn. After ranting about his mother, he instructs Chanel to bid her mother farewell before she jumps to her death. He continues to shout while holding a gun to Polina's head to commit suicide. Colin calls Chanel a slut and screams at them more after she says she'll comply with his request to leave Polina alone. He refuses to give a price when Polina asks, since all he wants is for his parents to come back. but since he can't, he'll settle for justice. He says that since Polina won't jump, they'll shoot Chanel instead. Colin learns from Chanel that his father was a predator who betrayed his mother, who then attempted to kill Chanel. While she wishes she could go back and erase what she just said to protect herself, she cannot. Colin cannot execute his plan to kill her because he had made up his decision to do it. When Jada and Talia suddenly charge the roof with pistols drawn, Colin chooses to shoot them both. Talia begs Colin while Jada threatens him. Meanwhile, Colin is holding the gun to Polina's head as she experiences a second panic episode and begins to faint. Which makes sense. Everyone freaks out when Colin drops her because she can't breathe. Instead, he takes Chanel. In the final few seconds of the broadcast, Nicole claims that EJ caught her off guard and has been keeping her at a distance because their relationships tend to fizzle out, but his love has made everything different. Just give her some time. Though he is aware of this, he wants to express his whole love for her and desire for them to live out the remainder of their days together. Sloane apologizes to Eric for not knowing about Colin in the square, but she explains that she was only trying to keep her brother safe. He understands the need to defend a sibling, but not the need for her to support his persecution. He says they need to end the secrets, and she protests that she wasn't, which makes her remember Nicole's pregnancy, to concur with him. And as Jada yells at Colin to drop the gun, the situation degenerates. When Talia then lunges towards Colin, both of them lose control. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel, Daily Bulletin News, and stay with us.